today's exciting episode, can Charles and Daphne save their burning car? Gadzooks! Stay tuned!
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Pyrene fire extinguisher, and this one's from 1963, this one, and I got it at the car boot sale last week as part of all these tools you see here for £15. So basically I got this little fellow for 10 quid, which I thought was quite reasonable because it's in very good condition. It still works and it looks really nice, I think. Okay, so about the Pyrene Fire Company then. Let me just read to you from Wikipedia here. From their beginning in 1914 until 1971, when they became the Chubb Fire Security Limited, they were among the world's leaders in the manufacture of firefighting equipment. In 1907, a Scottish engineer, and they don't say whom, unable to get financial backing in the UK, took his idea for a fire extinguisher to the US. He established what became known as the Pyrene Company of Delaware in 1909. A British offshoot of the Pyrene Company Limited was founded in 1914 when Wallace B. Phillips, an American businessman, set up in Great Queen Street, London, selling pump extinguishers. The company moved to Grosvenor Gardens, London in 1918, and then to Stoke Newington in 1920, where a factory to manufacture soda, acid and foam fire extinguishers was established. And as I say, in 1971, Pyrene became the Chubb Fire Security Limited, which it still is today. Okay, so this one is nicely chrome plated, as you can see, but they did make them originally in sort of brass or copper, and I will be looking out for one of those next time I go to the car boot sale. These things don't operate in the normal manner which you're probably used to with a fire extinguisher. These are like pump operated, and we can see all the details here of the company, etc. And these things were originally filled with what's called carbon tetrachloride, or CTC. And I very much doubt you'll be able to purchase that stuff today, because apparently it's worse than the fire you're trying to put out because of the gases and fumes it puts out. So you could, if you were using one of these indoors at the time, you could end up in a far worse state than you would have done by running away from the fire in the first place. Apparently, anyway, that's what I hear. So I don't think carbon tetrachloride is available anymore. But anyway, how you operate this thing is, because I remember seeing these in my younger working days attached to vehicles, and I wondered how they worked. I probably thought, it squirted out here or something, but that is actually the filler cap. Let's get a spanner over here. Once you've exhausted the supply of carbon tetrachloride, you take the little filler cap out here. Now I've been filling this one with water because I don't have any CTC. There's just a little bung there, as you can see. And you could buy the CTC in little cans apparently to fill it up with. So that must have been a bit of fun then, trying to fill these things up without killing yourself. Can we get the cap back on? Yes, we can. Cool. So yeah, basically what you do with this is you turn the handle here, like so, and there's your pump. And this is how the thing works. And it's a double action mechanism too, so it squirts water both when you push and pull. This one's empty at the moment because I don't want to squirt a load of water around in the studio, because Mrs. Rathbone will kill me for making a mess in the house. So one thing I do like about the old Pyrene company is their old adverts from the 30s. Here's a good one. Okay, so here we have the 1933 Pyrene advert. So let's imagine this little story here.
Oh, Charles, the automobile has caught fire. Gadzooks! Don't worry, Daphne. I'll trounce the blighter with my brand new Pyrene fire extinguisher.
Oh, Charles, that's simply spiffing.
So I can just about imagine that going on, can't you guys? Earlier this week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I took this into work for the guys to have a play with, and they quite enjoyed it. Although one of the guys there, I don't think I'd want to be there anywhere near a fire when he was having a go with it, because I don't think he would be actually able to put the fire out. But yeah, they quite enjoyed having a go with the fire extinguisher. Tell you what, I think we ought to have a go with this fire extinguisher now, so let's get it out into the back garden. Okay then, so there is our blazing car down there. There's the engine block, as you can see. Let's see how much of a soaking we can give it with the old Pyrene fire extinguisher, shall we? Okay, and we're out. Let's go and have a look, see what we did to it, shall we? Okay then, well, that's not much of a soaking, is it really? So I don't think I'd want to fight a fire, especially a car engine fire, with all the petrol burning. I mean, that's not really all that wet, is it? I know we're only using water, we're not using the proper Pyrene additive or whatever it is, but all the same, yeah.
I wondered what the old Pyrene fire extinguisher would be like with some form of foaming agent inside, and as I don't have access to CTC, I thought I would try a little bit of washing up liquid.
Okay, so I've got a drop of this stuff in there. Let's give it a go, see what happens. Probably nothing, but...
Now I think you can actually see a difference between the two streams here. Here's the one with the washing up liquid in it, and here's the one with the standard water in it, and I think there's a definite difference.
Okay, so originally this used carbon tetrachloride as a foaming agent, so let's try our foaming agent on the burning engine block up there. Let's give it a go. Okay then, so I think we can see that's a lot better coverage, etc. But obviously not as good as the original foaming compound. Okay then, so what if if Rathbone Manor was on fire, this window here? Let's give it a go. Okay, we're out once again. It takes a lot of effort, slips around in your hands when they get wet as well. I don't think I'd want to be trying to put a fire out with this little fellow. So for all you pyromaniacs out there, let's see what we can do about putting out a small fire with it. Sorted. Okay then, well that was a trifle dangerous and exciting at the same time, I thought. Wow. Phew. Anyway, yeah, so when this is full of water, this thing weighs in around about £5 and £3 empty. They did actually apparently make a junior version, which I shall also be keeping an eye out for at the car boot sales. It's a little bit smaller than this one. And so I wouldn't mind one for my collection, along with, I'm going to be looking out for a brass one too. But yeah, I quite like this. Did you enjoy the little bit of fun in the garden there, guys? I did. Yeah, so the junior one, my colleague in the machine shop says it's for your kids to help put out the fires too. So yeah, but yeah, carbon tetrachloride. I don't think I'd want to be using it. But as we saw, I think a little bit of washing up liquid in here is a good foaming agent for it. It seems to done a little bit more of a coating on the burning engine block as we saw. So yeah, that's pump operated. This one is marked, I don't know if you can see that, FDR 63, and it also has 1963 stamped onto the label too, so it's almost as old as I am, and it still works, which is good. I would imagine this may have been used at least once to put out a fire, because when I picked it up at the car boot sale it was absolutely empty, there was nothing in it. I wonder if you'd be able to sell these with the CTC still inside. Be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? But I'd imagine, as I say, I think this may have been used at some time in the past and then discarded because perhaps they couldn't get the stuff anymore, the carbon tetrachloride anymore to fill it up with. So it obviously ended up probably in somebody's garage or whatever, and then at the car boot sale where I picked it up. So yeah. Alright then guys, well I hope you enjoyed popping over to Rathbone Manor, taking a look at the Pyrene fire extinguisher and a little bit of history about the company too. And yeah, okay then guys, thanks for popping over, and I'll catch you another time.